Hey guys, and we are
morning.
in a cup of Joe with Jordy. Just a little bit late, but we are streaming live on Pilot TV, Player Connect at pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, and the Twitch app. Our channel name is Megasoda on both YouTube and Twitch. Make sure you're checking in on those streams, letting us know what jackpots you're going to be going after today.
Oh, yeah, we're just a little fashionably late for you guys, just to keep you on your toes. But I hope you're having a good one because this is our last day of broadcasting before beautiful Thanksgiving takes off tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
So I hope you guys are getting around your loved ones, having a good one. But today is the day to win some cash. And so playing a little bit of Pilot Games is a great way to do that.
Oh, yeah. Well, we have some new rules to the Jackpot 125 cent edition. If you haven't been here, it now clicks up super quickly, and it starts off at 52 balls or less at $0. As soon as it hits $50, it's going to be clicking up to 56 balls or less. Then each and every time it gets a 50 more dollars, it clicks up 4 balls until it gets to 64 balls or less at $150. And then the money keeps on growing, but it just stays at that 64 ball count because, you know, if you can't win it there, I don't know what I'm going to do for you.
I don't know when you're going to do it. 64 balls is absolutely insane. We just want to give out as many handout caches as we can, so make sure you guys are out playing. And if you guys have a new Pilot TV in a location near you, make sure you're going out because we have some really great locations getting them installed, like VFW Coon Rapids, Woody's Bar and Grill, Harbor Bar and Restaurant, Frank's Bar, Broadway Bar, VFW Forest Lake, Neighbors Eatery and Saloon, Villa Bar and Grill, 152 Club, Wild Bill Sports Saloon, and Blaine and Woodbury, Ditto's Bar, Carboni's Pizza and Pizzeria and Pub, Oak Park Heights, Clay's, Neighbors on the Rum, as well as Sleepy Eye Servicemen's Club.
Oh yeah, good job. All those locations getting those Pilot TVs. But we got some jackpots that we got to watch out for today.
Oh, yeah.
One of them being the Vikings Bingo jackpot, because that's always one to watch out for, as it is always at 52 balls or less and is always the same likelihood of going out. Me and Big John were able to give it out yesterday, and we're hoping to be able to do it again today as we are going after that $525 jackpot in 52 balls or less.
Oh, yeah, and we got that jackpot 125 cent card edition miner starting the day out at $87. That means it's starting at that 52 ball count, and as soon as it hits $100, which will happen in that first game alone, it'll be clicking up to 56 balls for you guys, and you know that's when it's basically just a handout.
Oh, yeah. Well, we always expect Tuesdays to be hot with jackpots, but I didn't expect it to be this hot as we gave out 7 jackpots
That's what I like to see.
That day.
Well, we didn't give out any on Monday, so we had to make up for it.
I completely agree, but we had one go out to Sin Bob over at Corky's Bar South Haven, $3,578 to get the day started off, and that was actually that Vikings Bingo jackpot that me and John were able to give out.
I was behind the scenes on that one, and I was so excited. I was like, "Ooh, jackpot."
Oh yeah, no, all 3 of us were involved. Shout out to John. He is the back room, the producer, keeping us in the straight and narrow.
Oh yeah, but we also gave out a jackpot to I Love Money. I bet you do, because you won $4,596 worth over at Clive's Roadhouse Rogers.
Yeah, I was there for that one too.
Oh, were ya?
Oh yeah, that was that jackpot hunter miner in the $1 edition. Me and Ben were able to give that one out.
Ooh, not to toot my own horn, but you give out jackpots.
Oh yeah, no, definitely some good stuff. But we also had a great name winning a great jackpot. Chicago Joe over at the Boathouse Brothers Brewery taking home $651.
Nicely done. I know my dad's name is Joe, but he's more of a Detroit Joe. But we also gave one out to Burr over at Prairie Saloon, winning $1,085 as well.
Oh yeah, but the $1,000 jackpots didn't stop there, as Laura at Carboni's Pizza and Sports Bar in Burnsville took home $1,627.
Absolutely crazy, and it doesn't even stop there. We still have 2 more jackpots we gave out, and we gave out one to Grant over at Lamp Lighter Bar, winning $643.
And the final jackpot of that day went out to Kanda over at Shooter's Bar Fountain, winning $4,340.
Nicely done. That is absolutely insane to see. We love giving out that much cash, and what better day than a Bingo Palooza Tuesday? But we got a Wild Wednesday tonight.
Yeah, our first Tuxedo Tuesday as well. So
it was a good omen.
It was definitely a good Tuesday, but Wild Wednesday just as fun. So make sure you guys are coming out tonight for all the great games of that. But it's looking to be a cold one over there in Minnesota. We're checking in St. Paul, and it's supposed to be a mix of clouds and sun during the morning. Will give way to cloudy skies this afternoon. A high of 43 degrees. Winds northwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. So it's going to be windy. It's going to be a little bit cool.
Oh yeah, especially into the nighttime. It's going to be cooling off even further because it's a low of only 18 degrees tonight, and that breeze is still about 10 to 20 miles per hour. So you guys definitely want to make sure you're bundled up, staying nice and warm, and maybe going over to your favorite bar or restaurant and playing some Pilot.
Yeah, definitely do that. And the first live bingo that we're going to be playing today is going to be some Vikings bingo. It's just going to be 10 minutes right after we get off air. It runs from 12 to 1 o'clock, and we're going after that $525 jackpot that you can win in 52 balls or less.
Oh, yeah, and that's how you'll be earning those points for the Twiking Zone.
Oh, yeah, and we've been watching this Twiking Zone unfold throughout this season, and we had one little shake-up during that. We had a tie between Scrub Eye at American Legion Fridley and Elsa at Titan Sports Saloon. Scrub Eye had made a big jump tying up Elsa, but Elsa came in strong yesterday and was able to stay in that top 5, pushing Scrub Eye back to 6th place.
Oh, yeah, but with only 2,000 points separating them right now, I know Scrub Eye is going to be coming for Elsa's neck, and they are both two very highly playing players. But just yesterday, we also had loser Dave pushing up into that 8th place spot and pushing Joni back, and now she's only 1 spot ahead of Daughter Kick It.
Oh, yeah, definitely some really big shakeups there, and there's a lot of shakeups that are prepped and ready to go, as there's a lot of these players only a few thousand points apart from each other.
Oh, yeah, but we still got Not Lucky holding down that 1st place spot, so we'll see if anyone can challenge his reign. But in these location standings, I know these point classes are just inching up and trying to get into the next one.
Oh, yeah, I'm watching out for Lakefront Bar and La Center, as they have 281,000 points. Should be getting into that 300,000 point club in no time.
Oh, yeah, and also Mapleview Lounge has been waiting to get some play over there. They are just 7,000 points away from the 400,000 point club. They would be the only location in that point class if they made it.
Yeah, and surprising enough, the number 1 location is actually the closest location to moving up in point classes, because they have 596,000 points, and that location is Corner Bar in Goodhue, only 4,000 points away from getting into the 600,000 point club. We only had 2 locations in the 600,000 point club last season.
Oh, yeah, and with a couple weeks left, there's definitely still time to get multiple locations in that point club. Super exciting. I know Corner Bar has absolutely been getting so much play in all of our different games this season.
Well, I know we've gotten out of the spooky season, but we're highlighting the E-tab, Cash Mountain. No,
hell yeah, so spooky.
Oh yeah, very, very spooky. There's a good abominable snowman.
Yeah.
He
seems kind of friendly.
He does seem kind of friendly. He seems more like a Monsters Inc. Like abominable snowman, and
yeah.
so
maybe he'll give us a snow cone.
Exactly. That's what I'm hoping for. So definitely check out Cash Mountain. It's a lot of fun. But if that's not your style, we have a lot of E-tab games.
Oh yeah, it's 50 different charitable E-tab games to be exact for you guys, and you guys can play at any time to win big prizes up to $1,500. And with that 85% payout in all games having small bets between 50 cents and $5, you absolutely don't want to miss out on it. We give out so many E-tab jackpots every single day.
Oh yeah, but we're always giving out live bingo jackpots as well. Right. And after we get out of that Vikings bingo from 12 to 1, we head into some Jackpot Hunter 25 cent edition. We talked about the new rules and how the jackpots go out all the time in it, and it runs from 1 all the way till 4 o'clock. There's a mega of 25 grand that you can win in 43 balls or less, a major at $3,409, 51 balls or less, not a bad one. But then that minor, it starts off at 52 balls or less and is already at $87.50. So that means it should be clicking up to 56 balls the first game you're getting enrolled, kind of thing.
Oh yeah, definitely don't want to miss out on that, because as soon as it hits that $100 mark, which it will in that first game alone, if you guys don't hit it in 52 balls.
No, it only needs to hit the $50 mark.
It's at $87.
Yeah, it's already over $50.
I see.
And so,
as soon as you guys are enrolled, it'll be clicking up to 56 balls.
Yeah, so it should be a lot of fun. Super excited about that. So definitely get into that one. Very, very doable jackpot there. 56 balls or less for that minor. But you can also go after a 45 grand jackpot at 4 o'clock.
Oh, yeah, don't want to miss out on it. That one game of Lucky 4 Bingo. The kickstarts our happy hour show. It's super fun. You'll get a couple lucky numbers, and if you win, you'll be taking home just shy of $46,000.
Oh yeah, but then that Jackpot Hunter $1 edition, not only are you winning great prizes, but you're also winning points for those Jackpot Hunter standings, and it's 23 games of Jackpot Hunter that run from 4 all the way till 6 o'clock.
Oh yeah, you definitely don't want to miss out. We got a mega at $118,565 with a 48 ball count. We got a major at $16,330 with a 51 ball count, and a minor already at $418 with a 50 ball count for you guys starting off.
Yeah, so if you take home the minor, you'll be taking home the major as well, getting a grand total of close to 17 grand. That would be an awesome game. So make sure you're playing that Jackpot Hunter from 4 all the way till 6 o'clock, because we're prepped and ready for a lot of shakeups in these Jackpot Hunter standings, because we have 2 three-way ties in these standings.
We have a tie in 9th place between Bobo, Player, and Joni, all with 20,000 points right now. I am super excited to see who can break out of that. But right outside of that tie, we have another one between Pee-wee, Lulafin, and Jim Rocks, all in 6th with 21,000. That's right, only 1,000 points separating them right now from the 9th and 6th spot. And so it is definitely competitive.
Oh yeah, but it's neck and neck in the 25,000 point club, as there's only 1,000 points separating the number 5 player Curtis J and Wolfstein, and then there's only 1,000 points separating the number 3 player, 1 away from the number 2 player Bull. So shakeups are very, very probable in these Jackpot Hunter standings, so make sure you're coming out this Wednesday.
Oh yeah, we still have Yags370 holding down that first place spot as well, but in these location standings, Heidi's Bar has been kicked out. Titans has gotten the points needed and kept them alive.
Yeah, some really, really good stuff there. But we got some locations that are creeping in on getting into new clubs, as Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards, the Season 8 champs, are now 4,000 points away from getting into the 50,000 point club.
That's right, and American Legion Shakopee, were they in the 50,000 point class already, or is that new?
They may be new into that 50,000 point club. I mean, they only have 51,000 points.
Yeah, I can't remember what they were at yesterday, but American Legion Shakopee, our newest member in that 50,000 point class, regardless of the day it happened. Super exciting. Now we have over half of the players in the 50,000 point class or higher.
But do I tell you what I'm watching out for? I'm watching out for that number 1 location in the Twiking zone, but now I'm watching them in the Jackpot Hunter standings, because they're in 2nd place. It's Corner Bar and Goodhue. They have 70,000 points, which is only 5,000 points away from getting the 75,000 point club. But even bigger than that, they're only 5,000 points away from tying up that number 1 location, Country Lounge in St. Paul.
I know. I think it would be absolutely crazy if we could finish out the season with Corner Bar Goodhue winning 2 different standings.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a record, but it would be a record in my book, because I've never seen it happen.
But we also got some Skull Bingo tonight for you guys. It's gonna be interrupted from that Wild Wednesday, but we'll go over that in just a little bit. During that Skull Bingo from 6 to 10, you got a chance at that coverall that's at $14,117 with a 50 ball count. We also have a large frame at $5,180 with a 43 ball count, and we also have a line prize at $423 with a 10 ball count.
Oh yeah, love that Skull Bingo, but tonight is one of those Skull Bingo sandwiches, just like it was last night on Mega Soda Game Night. Mega Soda Game Night comes to you guys at 6:40 every single Tuesday with all the great PGL action that Tony and Nikki can give you guys. But we also got all the best PGL action on this Wild Wednesday as well, as that runs from 7 all the way till 9 o'clock every single Wednesday.
That's right.
Lots of PGL points, and also a 25-cent edition of Jackpot Jungle that has a 52 ball coverall that you could take home $7,866.
Oh yeah, you guys definitely don't want to miss it. But we also have Thanksgiving this week, so we won't be having that Vikings game day for you guys. But don't worry, it'll be back and better than ever on December 5th when the Lions take the when the Lions take the Vikings.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be nice to go back to back in conference. I don't know if the Lions, I'd call them rivals, but in conference games. Competitors, yes. Where hopefully we could get back to back wins in the NFC North. But you guys could get a lot of wins on those PGL nights, so make sure you're signed up at PGL.world to become a member of our league. PGL players, they compete for points and have access to insider information, including a monthly newsletter that has so much great information in it. Sign up at PGL.world today.
Oh yeah, we had a couple of new members doing just that. We had KLCDPM, we had Haven's Cave, Code Red 12, Twinkletoes 2, Megs Mike, Buck with an E at the end, Crazy Kid with a K, Carefree, JP Phone, as well as Tim and Carrie.
Yeah, good job. All those players getting signed up at PGL.world. Now use that sign up to sign into the Player Connect app. Just download that thing onto your phone and you'll be able to see streams, check in with us on those streams, and also play the Player Connect Sports link, which you can select those e-tip boards right now for that Vikings versus the 49ers game. All you gotta do is choose the 5 squares before Sunday, November 28th. Points are awarded for the first, second, third, and fourth quarter. Play for free in the Player Connect app and earn PGL points for Season X if you win. All you gotta do is launch that app and select Sports Link.
Oh yeah, and we had a couple winners from last week. I know I've chosen my squares for this week, and so we're seeing if I can take the double win, but I won last week. Woohoo! Kickstarting my PGL points with 3,500 points, but we also had Dark Horse also winning, taking home 1,000 PGL points as well.
Yeah, I'm glad to see that your head hasn't blown up quite the size that Big John's did when he got those few wins in the PGL.
No, I like to stay humble.
Yeah, you're just ready to grind some more. I mean, Big John, he's still resting on his laurels from those wins.
Some shakeups have been happening in the PGL standings.
Yes, they really have, as we had Gramps getting knocked out, a big-time player that had been in our top 10 for a long time, and the newcomer not only jumped into the standings, but jumped all the way into 9th place, and that player, Bad Flop Bob at American Legion Fridley, who actually bumped back a player, which was Fishy24, who was actually in 8th place, got bumped back 2 spots because Drumsky from 9th place also moved up into 8th place. So it was a lot of shakeups, a lot of move arounds. It is definitely a crazy PGL season.
There is only one player still intact in their original spot.
Wow, that is
everybody else
insane.
Has moved.
Okay, well, let's keep on talking about this because the shakeups continue on.
Yeah, Drumsky now in that 8th place spot, our newest player in the 1 million point club. Super exciting to see. Now we have 8 out of 10 of these in the 1 million point club alone. That is super incredible in its own. But we also had Sloppy and Nixon doing a little switch around in 7th and 6th. Nixon now in 7th, Sloppy now in 6th. We also, Brizo is the other player still in their original spot. Brizo's still in 5th.
But then we had the number 4 player shoot all the way up till 2nd place. T-Max 750 was able to move all the way from 4th to 2nd, bumping back Forget You D and SpongeBob. They are now Forget You D in 3rd, SpongeBob in 4th. Crazy to see that. But Devoided able to stay in that 1st place spot, just continuing to grow his points over there at the roadside.
Oh yeah, but we still got Devoided in that 1st place spot. But T-Max 750 now has 300,000 points separating them from that 1st place spot. And so maybe the next competitor to rival Devoided.
Oh yeah, and we can't even go over the shakeups that happened in the PGL location side of things. So make sure you guys are checking in for the Vikings broadcast so you can get to know all of those shakeups that happened in the PGL standings. But you definitely want to give us a like and follow on our Facebook page. You'll be able to see weekly bingo schedules, event details, reminders, big progressives. You'll also have access to a website link that has our link tree on it, links you to bar locations, socials, and so much more, like our charity spotlight.
Oh yeah, so today we want to talk to you guys about American Legion Post 357 Ashby. To enhance the well-being of Americans veterans, their families, our military, and our communities by our devotion to mutual helpfulness. And it's amazing charity, and if you guys want to show some support, go over to American Legion Ashby.
And remember, when you play Pilot games, your community wins.
See ya.
Hey guys, and we love playing Vikings Bingo from 12 to 1 every single day, and the standings are just as fun as the name, and so let's hop right into the Twiking Zone.
Yeah, we love the Twiking Zone, and in 10th place, we've got Kick It over at Bleachers with 142,000 points. But with 159,000 points over at Finlayson Municipal Bar, it's Loser Dave in 9th place. But Loser Dave's been on the rise lately. Keep your eye on Loser Dave. In 8th place, it's Joni at VFW North St. Paul with 166,000 points. With 174,000 points over at Lucky's Tavern, it's Puts in 7th place. New member of the 200,000 point club in 6th place, it's Scrub Eye over at VFW Blaine with 205,000 points.
That's some big movement for Scrub Eye.
It for sure is. Well, Elsa's going to have to be on the move because with 210,000 points, our reigning champion, Elsa, over at Titan Sports Saloon, is now sitting in 5th place. Who passed up Elsa? We've got the Scrub Eye coming from behind trying to catch Elsa, and who already got it done in 4th place? It's Nan over at Corky's Bar, South Haven, with 211,000 points. Never count Elsa out, though. Elsa can come from behind for a big win. We saw that in Season 9. With 251,000 points. Over at American Legion Fridley, it's SNS in 3rd place. Only 10,000 behind this next player. In 2nd place, it's Lucky Tim at American Legion Shakopee with 261,000 points.
But if anyone is an expert at staying in 2nd place, it is Lucky Tim.
Yeah, he is good at it, that is for sure. And then for this season 10, I'll tell you who's been really good at staying in 1st place. We jump into a new club. It's the 300,000 point club, actually with 334,000 points over at Corner Bar Goodhue, our number 1 player, not Lucky.
Yeah, well, some really top tier players, but we also got some really top tier locations that are going out in this Twiking Zone. And in 10th place, we got Bleachers in Maplewood with 217,000 points. With 248,000 points in 9th place, we got Miniger Sports Hub in La Crescent. 8th place, it's the Champs, Titan Sports Saloon in Oakdale with 264,000 points. Yeah, I can't believe our reigning champs so far back in the top 10, but we'll see if they can rise up late in the season. 7th place, we got Lakefront Bar in the Center with 281,000 points. Really closing in on the 300,000 point club, and they'll have to do so if they want to catch up to this number 6 location because it's Corky's Bar South Haven. Yeah, a big time location with 334,000 points. With 346,000 points in 5th place, we got another top tier location. It is American Legion Fridley. 4th place, Carboni's Pizzeria and Pub in Oak Park Heights with 352,000 points. With 393,000 points, really close to that 400,000 point club, it is Mapleview Lounge 2, who are currently in 3rd place. But we don't hop into the 400,000 point club in 2nd place. We actually hop into the 500,000 point club in 2nd place because it's VFW Spring Lake Park with 554,000 points. And then that number 1 location, it's Corner Bar in Goodhue, and they have a total of 596,000 points, really closing in on that 600,000 point club.
Yeah, those locations have been crushing it. The pace of these players and location is unprecedented here in Season X. You're going to want to be out here every day. It's 7 days a week, 12 to 1. We live broadcast Monday through Friday.
Hey guys, and we love PGL nights. I mean, they're some of the best gaming nights of the entire week, so make sure you guys are coming out for every single opportunity to earn PGL points, because these players, they've been hoarding those PGL points.
They do seem to be hoarding them. It's unbelievable how much points they have accumulated. In 10th place, we got Gramps over at Gino's Bar and Grill with 969,035 points.
Yeah, 10th place, already closing in on that 1 million point club.
That is crazy. With 982,070 points over at Nakado Bar and Grill, it's Drumsky in 9th place. Then in 8th place, we got Fishy24 over at Sherry Sports Saloon with 991,055 points. But then we're going to jump into the 1 million point club already in this next spot with 1,162,200 points over at Malone's Bar and Grill. It's Sloppy sitting in 7th place. Then in 6th place, we've got Nixon over at VFW Roseville with 1,188,380 points. But with 1,385,074 points over at the Underground Bar and Grill, it's High Rising Brazo in 5th place. Then in 4th place, you got T-Mac 750 over there at Howie's Corner Bar with 1,466,050 points. But with 1,467,300 points, you got to dive under the sea because it's SpongeBob over at Eagles St. James sitting in 3rd place. In 2nd place, we've got that Mount Rushmore bingo player, Forget You D, over at the VFW Austin with 1,494,225 points. But a player on a mission.
Yeah, really is a player on a mission. I mean, look, when you go over this point total, you'll realize how dominant this player has been this season.
That is for sure. With 1,791,090 points over at the roadside. Our number 1 player, Devoid.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the name that's been at the number 1 spot for all season. It feels like there's been a couple of people who have been substitute number 1 spots,
yes,
but never the full-time number 1 person because Devoid has just dominated that spot so far in Season X. But these top 10 locations, they've been going at it too because they got a 3 million point club, they got a 4 million point club, and they even got a 5 million point club. Yes, in 10th place, we got Danny's Dugout getting it started off over in Sauk Rapids with 3,586,000 points. With 3,733,000 points in 9th place, we got the Underground Bar and Grill in Mankato. 8th place, it's Root River Saloon in Lanesboro with 3,923,000 points. But in that 4 million point club in 7th place, we got Howie's Sports Bar and Grill in St. Cloud with 4,083,000 points. But with 4,232,000 points, we got the number 6 location. It is Neeson's Gaylord. Then, moving up a little bit over last week, it's Beck's Pub in Becker, now in 5th place with 4,403,000 points. 4th place, it's Moose Lodge Wait Park in St. Cloud with 4,626,000 points. Hey guys, and we are getting into this game of Vikings Bingo, and we just have 40 seconds to do so. We're running 10 games of Vikings Bingo, and we're ready to give out another jackpot today.
That's the goal. That's the plan. We gave out 2 jackpots last week.
Yes.
We've got 1 done so far this week. Let's go ahead and make it 2 for 2.
Yeah, back to back. I am now two broadcasts in a row of giving out jackpots.
So let's try to keep the streak.
Exactly. And so now we're going to try to make it 3 broadcasts to go. Let me run into this Thanksgiving break with
on a hot streak.
On a hot streak of giving out jackpots.
Kind of like our Timberwolves, kind of like our Wild. Well, Timberwolves for sure.
Timberwolves for sure, and then also our Vikings.
Our Vikings, yeah.
I mean, they're definitely
2-game hot streak.
Yeah, after winning against the Chargers and the Packers, it changes your opinion of a team very quickly.
Oh, you see how, well, let me get in this here real quick. We're in game number 1. You got a $4 line, $4 large M, and a $547 jackpot. If you can hit that in 52 balls. But, you see how all the talking heads now, all of a sudden, Vikings, well, we've been seeing this coming. I mean, they're a team that just, they just all now are jumping on the bandwagon for the Vikings.
Yeah, where before they were like, they're old, they're sloppy, they can't put it together.
The only thing they keep consistent, though, is they hate on Kirk Cousins.
I know, but I have seen a shift after this last Packers game for a little bit of love of Kirk Cousins.
Okay. Got Granny over at the VFW Austin getting that line prize. Congratulations, Granny.
I mean, how can you hate on...
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving. 21 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. I mean, you can't really argue with the efficiency right there. No. That's some really good stats.
Well, if he stays on pace than what he's at right now, he could finish the season as the most efficient quarterback in a season in NFL history.
Exactly, and if you can't win a Super Bowl with a quarterback like that, I don't know what you can win a Super Bowl with.
That whole conversation of can you win a Super Bowl with Kirk Cousins? I don't even think. I mean, the Ravens won a Super Bowl with Joe Flacco.
Yeah, Nick Foles won a Super Bowl.
Kirk Cousins
against Tom Brady Patriots.
Yeah, and I'm just going to say, I would take Kirk Cousins over those guys every day of the week.
Oh, completely agree. But we were talking about Vikings bingo. It's 52 balls or less.
Yes.
But now the Jackpot 125 cent edition starts at 52 balls or less.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, that minor, it's at 52 balls or less at $0. As soon as it hits $50, it clicks up 4 balls to 56 balls or less. 50 more dollars, 4 more balls until it gets to 64 balls or less at $150. Then the money just starts growing, and if you can't get it at 64 balls or less, I think that's pretty much impossible to not hit it at that.
It's got to hit pretty quick after that point.
Maybe one game you'll miss it.
I got to give a little shout out to bless you to our production. Over in the production room, I hear Jordy just having a sneeze attack.
Oh, wow. Hopefully she can figure that out. We got Granny over at VFW Austin taking home that large M. Let's see if she can complete the hat trick as we're trying to get out this $6 Musco coverall prize.
Yeah, Granny is getting it done right now in this broadcast so far. Well, there it is. Giving Granny the stop. It's Okie over at VFW Spring Lake Park getting that $6 Musco coverall.
Okie putting his foot down.
It's like, not going to happen today, Granny.
Well, we had some great locations that got some Pilot TVs recently, and so we've been highlighting those locations.
Yeah.
And it starts off with VFW Coon Rapids, Woody's Bar and Grill, Harbor Bar and Restaurant, Frank's Bar, Broadway Bar, VFW Forest Lake, Neighbors Eatery and Saloon, Villa Bar and Grill, 152 Club, Wild Bill Sports Saloon and Blaine, Ditto's Bar, Carboni's Pizzeria Pub, Oak Park Heights, Clay's, Wild Bill Sports Saloon in Woodbury, Neighbors on the Rum, and also the Sleepy Eye Servicemen's Club.
Love that. They're doing a great job getting those Pilot TVs up and out. Thank you all to our installers. Thank you to all you locations that are getting those put in. We love being on the TV right now. Hopefully you guys got the volume turned up. You're listening to this awesomeness.
Yeah, I mean, I've been trying to get recently is player picks with us actually on the screen.
Oh.
Because I haven't actually seen me on the TV, like, at the bar location.
Right, because we're there with you then.
Yeah, exactly. And so I want to see a player pick with me.
Because at the end of the day, it's all about us.
Exactly. No, I just want to know. I want to see it. It would be fun to be able to get one of those player picks of. We'll even pose if you say that you're going to
take the picture.
I'm about to take a picture. Check in on the stream. We'll give it like, and then you could take the play. Then you could take the player pick. We'll hold it for like 10 seconds, and you've got to be prepared to be able to take the snapshot. And
as long as it's appropriate, you can even request the pose that we do.
Exactly. So let us know. Check in and take a player pick. It would just be a lot of luck going your way.
Absolutely.
But we had a lot of luck on this Tuesday.
Yeah, we did. We had 20 jackpots for the rolling week, 361 for Season X, and it got to that point because we had 7 jackpots yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Well, these first 2 jackpots, I was actually able to give out. First one, me and you were both able to give out.
Yeah.
It was Sin Bob over at Corky's Bar South Haven, who was actually able to win this jackpot right here just yesterday, and it was at $3,578 when he was able to do that.
Yeah.
But
I wonder if it's like cinnamon. It's like, because the sin is not S-I-N, right? It's
No.
C-I-N. So it's like Cinnamon Bob.
yeah, that's what I think. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like
I'm a big fan of cinnamon.
It's like Cinnabon, but Cinnabob.
Right. Like, I feel like he's a cinnamon, like, glazed treat. He is.
Exactly.
Just,
yeah. So, I mean, he can definitely get some cinnamon glazed treats with that $3,000 you just put in his pocket. But I Love Money was also able to take home a jackpot over at Clive's Roadhouse and Rogers. They took home $4,596.
They got a little more of what they love, apparently. So, but I heard you saying this is one of the great names. I like it. Yeah. Chicago Joe.
I feel like
got
it
a nice ring to it.
very much puts a picture in my mind.
Hey, yo, I'm Chicago Joe. You know what I'm saying? The Bears, they're firing their coach after the Thanksgiving game.
I know. I feel like he's the kind of guy that's been chanting fire Nagy recently. I've been seeing that everywhere.
Oh.
Like everywhere in in that state.
Yes.
I've seen it at high school like streams where they see like even like both sides of like it's two opposing teams going at it in the playoffs, and there's both sidelines are now chanting. They've all came together under one hatred.
For Matt Nagy. Poor Matt Nagy. Well, it's as a coach, when you walk out into the yard like after a game and you see for sale signs in the yard, kind of tells you what the community's thinking about.
Yeah, that definitely is one. It's very interesting to see that. I think I don't know how I feel about him as a coach right now.
Yeah, and he was a really nice offensive coordinator for Andy Reid over at the Kansas City Chiefs. Then the first couple years he's with the Chicago Bears, it seemed like he was doing things to get him on the right track. It's been kind of off the cliff since then. So, I mean, it really throws into question Mitch Trubisky, how good or bad of a quarterback is he? A lot of things there.
But we got Okie over at VFW Spring Lake Park taking home that line prize of $4. Now we're working on this $4 large M.
Well, I was saying Chicago Joe over at the Boathouse Brothers Brewing with $651. We got Burr over at Prairie Saloon and with $1,085. And then Laura over at Carboni's Pizza and Sports Bar in Burnsville winning $1,627.
Well, then our final two jackpots. One went out to Grant over at Lamps Lighter Bar, taking home $643. I like that bar name, Lamps Lighter Bar.
Yeah, Lamp. I've been to I don't know if it's a chain, like there's none around here where we live, but I've gone to a Lamplighter bar in Pennsylvania before.
Okay. So
but it might be just the two different bars.
It's like Cabin Bar.
Exactly.
Like it's just everywhere.
Yeah.
But I've never seen it before, so a good location name, Lamplighter. But we also got Kanda over at Shooter's Bar in Fountain, who was able to take home $4,340.
There you go. There's Jasmine over at Brian's Bar and Grill in Stillwater getting that $4 large M. We got a little bit of a run up. It's going to be a tight one.
Jasmine is within reach of being able to do this one. We'll see if they're able to take this one home right on this one right here. Doesn't look like it. We're moving on to a must-go prize of $7. But if you want to be in the know of all jackpots that we have available through every single day, give us a like and follow on our Facebook page. Search up Pilot Games. You'll be able to see our logo. That way you'll see weekly bingo schedules, event details, and reminders, big progressive, player picks, and so much more. There's also a website link on Facebook. So to see our link tree, that with links to our bar locations, other socials, and more on that as well.
Over at VFW Mankato, getting that $7 must-go coverall. I got some breaking news.
Okay.
This is just in from the NFL Hall of Fame class 2020 or 2022 semifinalist. So there is Anquan Bolden, Andre Johnson, Steve Smith, and Devin Hester are among 7 first-time eligible players to make the cut.
Now, are you a Devin Hester needs to make the Hall of Fame kind of guy?
Needs is an interesting word
because
I think he's a very good returner, like maybe the best returner.
Is he
of all time.
First? I kind of mean it more in needs as he is a first ballot Hall of Famer like kind of guy.
I mean,
because this is his first chance at being able to get in.
And I don't know. I don't know where I fall on that. So I'm not sure. I'm not trying to take not make a stand here. I'm really not sure. I think, he was a difference maker. Was the first time in my adult life that I remember thinking, the best player on the field may be the return guy.
Yeah, exactly. And so I think it's the only time in NFL history where the return guy has been that.
Yeah, if it's only for that. Because, there's a Gale Sayers, right? Gale Sayers was not only the best return guy on the field, he was also the best running back on the field.
But it wasn't just for his return ability.
Right.
He is Devin Hester. I think he's a first ballot Hall of Famer because I think whenever you are the best at the position that you do, no matter what position it is, when even if it's at return man, which is a very limited role, you got to be a first-team Hall of Famer because he is the great, and is the clear-cut greatest return man of all time.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. I mean, and I that's why I always get hung up when you say first ballot. I don't know what's the requirements of first ballot versus second
Yes.
ballot versus third ballot. You're a Hall of Famer. That's my opinion.
Yes.
And so if it's right to put you into the Hall of Fame, put you in the Hall of Fame. I was always like a Ray Guy, punter for the Raiders for years. Was that dynamic punter that we had never seen punt like that before? And people were like, yeah, but you can't put a punter in the Hall of Fame. And I was like, man, Ray Guy, yeah, you put Ray Guy in the Hall of Fame. Like,
But I think like Andre Johnson, he's a guy that not that I necessarily rooting for him to go for a second year trying to get in, but he seems like a second year kind of guy.
Yeah.
Never won a Super Bowl, was never the best wide receiver in the league ever when he was in the league, and so he's not one of those guys that makes it the first time he gets a chance to. There's a lot of guys that are waiting in the wings to get into there that have very similar resumes.
Yeah, that's always the question is who else is waiting to get in, Because if there's an order list and there's guys that are already backed up that have been waiting, you don't throw someone ahead of that's similar. I do agree
exactly.
with that.
And Devin Hester, not similar. He's a one-of-a-kind kind of guy, and that's why he gets into the Hall of Fame.
Okay.
For me, first year out, there's I
I
think
see that. I can buy into that.
I think it's definitely not one of those things where you're right or wrong on that first ballot Hall of Famer. It's just whatever your opinion is.
Yeah, $7 line, $7 large M, $609 on this jackpot if we can hit him 52 balls. We're going to have a great day. You were already talking about that jackpot hunter. Like when we get off air on this, when we're done these 10 games, we're going in that 25-cent card jackpot hunter. It's going to run from 1 to 4. It's always got that $25,000 mega sitting at 43 balls. That major sitting at $3,409.50. It's at 51 balls. But you were talking about that minor.
Yeah, the minor's going to be at $87.50. You can win it in 56 balls or less.
Yeah, unbelievable. Well, we got a couple of winners on that line.
Yeah, it's Gobbler and Lars, both splitting that line prize of $7.
I know that they're referencing for Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But Gobbler sounds like a Spider-Man villain that he's going up against. Oh, he's gonna have to take on the Gobbler,
like on the Thanksgiving special.
Yeah, exactly. It's a Thanksgiving special. Gobbler's trying to steal everyone's thankfulness.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so it's genius. No, it's like a Larry Boy.
Yeah, that is true.
villain.
A Larry Boy villain. Yeah, his sidekick, Lampy.
Exactly. That's what I feel like. It's like an off-brand goblin, like Hobgoblin or something.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But they throw it in the Larry Boy, and it's the Gobbler.
I like it. Anyway, I get served up the Gobbler. I'm happy with it.
And anyway, I can get served up some Larry Boy. I'm down with
exactly.
it. But we got some more live bingo to go over as we, right at 4 p.m., got some Lucky 4 bingo, which is the start off of the happy hours where you can try and win $45,719 on that one game, but you only have one shot at it, so make sure you're getting enrolled.
Yeah, for sure. Then we get into 23 games of Jackpot Hunter $1 card edition. Ben and I are going to be here with you guys for that one as we try to kick off, your holiday festivities with a little happy hour after work before you get home for that turkey meal.
And we got Pooba over at Carboni's Pizzeria and Pub, Oak Park Heights, taking home that $7 large M. Now we got one more ball. Doesn't look like it's happening. We're moving on to a must-go prize of $10 on that coverall.
Pooba won a big jackpot here in the Vikings bingo. What was that, a couple weeks ago? Wasn't that the 20? Didn't Pooba win the $21,000 one?
Yes, I think it was
Yeah.
Pooba who was able to win that. We could check that later in the broadcast on who won that one. But we were talking about the happy hours. Jackpot Hunter, $1 edition, 4 all the way to 6 o'clock. 23 games to that Jackpot Hunter. Lots of great prizes.
Yeah, 118,000 now on that mega at 48 balls. That major sitting over 16,000, 51 balls, and that minor just went out yesterday, so it's at $418 and at 50 balls.
But we got Lars over at Carboni's Pizzeria and Pub, Oak Park Heights, taking home that $10 must-go coverall prize as we get enrolled into this game number 3.
Yeah, and then as soon as that's over, we're going to play some Skull Bingo. It's just going to be from 6 to 7 because we do have a Wild Wednesday for you guys.
But in that Skull Bingo, we have a coverall of $14,000, 50 balls or less, a large frame of $5,000, 43 balls or less, and then a line prize of $423, 10 balls or less. So definitely don't skip out on that Skull Bingo from 6 to 7 as you get warmed up for Wild Wednesday.
No, you don't want to skimp on the scuff. We got...
I don't even know what you said there.
You never want to skimp on the stuff. So.
Oh, that's what you said.
Yeah.
It came out so quickly. I it just sounded like singing on the song.
Oh,
and I was like, okay, well, we said weirder things on the air.
Oh, we said way weirder. Of course, every Tuesday we have Megasota Game Night. We're having tuxedo specials the rest of the season here. But it's a super great one. It's at 6:40. Bring in the turquoise jackets of Tony and Nikki on those broadcasts.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun. Lots of PGL points, lots of jackpots, but also a lot of PGL points and jackpots on Wild Wednesday. That runs from 7 to 9 every single Wednesday. It's usually me and you on air, but today we're gonna get Ben on his first PGL night.
Yeah, that's right. This is his first kind of marathon session, right? He's going to do the 2 hours with me at happy hour, then 2 hours in the ice studio. The ice studio may keep him awake a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, he's a young guy. I don't know if he can handle the endurance. We'll see if he can get it done. We're going to try it out.
I believe in him. I got full faith in him. He's done the last 2 happy hours this week. Yeah. He's gotten warmed up. He's been giving out jackpots. Gave out a jackpot yesterday. He gave out a big jackpot yesterday that we had a really nice fun to. It was to I Love Money, that $4,000 jackpot.
Right.
And so he's feeling warmed up. I think he's ready to be able to take on the day of
Putting
lots
his
of
big boy
jackpots.
pants on. We'll see what he's got.
But we will be skipping out on our final PGL night of the week as we are going to be gone for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But next week, while the Lions take on the Vikings, we'll be having a 30 minutes before that, we'll be starting our next Vikings game day.
Yeah, big December 5th, Detroit Lions.
Rivalry matchup.
Oh, it's just these guys don't like each other.
Actually, Lions are actually, like, I am more worried for facing the Lions than I am, like, the 49ers. Even though the 49ers are hot, the Lions just play everybody super close.
They play everyone close. And listen, when they knock you down, they'll eat your kneecap.
Exactly. They're scary. I'm worried about our players being injured against those Lions. They got psychopaths on the other sideline.
Don't fall down in front of the coach. We got some fun national days.
And with Dan Campbell now talking to Jared Goff into his headset, I have no idea what's going to be happening.
Jared Goff might just be an absolute lunatic now. So we'll see how that goes. I like it though. I just like everything chaos.
Because Jared Goff seems very not the mentality of what the Lions are going for right now.
No, he seems corporate.
He's
like California cool.
What's the Chicago Bears quarterback for so long? Jay Cutler. He's definitely that Jay Cutler.
Although I don't think he's like Jay Cutler. I feel like I see him like sitting there smoking a cigarette and like I don't give a rip.
He's more Eli Manning.
He's more Eli Manning. I'm just sitting out here on the dock of the bay watching the tide roll away.
But we got a line prize going out to Missy over at Carboni's Pizzeria and Pub, Oak Park Heights. That's a $7 line prize.
Well, we got a great national day here. It's National Sardines Day. While some people are afraid to taste these small silver fish, others consider sardines a delicious snack enjoyed on their own or with a cracker.
Yeah, I don't
Love
know.
them on a saltine cracker. I think that's what people say.
Exactly. I'm not a big sardines guy, but I'm definitely a big sardines game guy.
Oh.
The game Sardines.
Oh, yeah, it's a fun game.
Super good stuff. One person hides, everybody goes hides with them.
Yeah.
As a kid, that was one of my favorite games to play.
Yeah, that one. You guys like that one, but you guys, what was that one that you guys really liked?
It was the one where you could go to jail. It was like
court. Isn't it like going to court?
It was going to court, and then it was someone had to go put people in jail, and then you could wave people out of jail.
Yeah,
and it was a very fun game, especially if you had a larger house that you could do it with, where people had to actually like turn corners and get like away from jail. It's a lot of fun, especially as a kid. So I love those little games, especially like sardines. So if sardines isn't the snack you like to play, snack you like to eat, play the game Sardines to celebrate today.
I don't recommend playing a game with your sardines you eat.
It would probably stink up the house a little bit.
Not going to be good.
But we got another national day, and it's Taiwan On Day. Might confuse people with its name. However, it is not all about going out, getting crazy, and drinking too much while others are at home working hard, preparing for tomorrow's big Thanksgiving meal. The day celebrates the apron.
Oh, so tie on an apron.
Yeah. Yeah,
and help out.
It's not tie on your tie and go out and have a party night.
Oh no, well that's an old saying, like tie one on, like that's like means you're going to get drunk. Oh, I'm gonna go tie one on.
Oh yes, I do know that saying.
So
now
they're doing some play on words on that, yeah. But you got Missy over at Carboni's Pizzeria and Pub in Oak Park Heights, and Belle over at, well, it moved away from me, over at Brian's Bar in Grill in Stillwater, and Misty over at Rooster's Barn and Grill in Stillwater, getting that large M. And then that Musco $11 coverall went out to Yo-Yo at Valley in Eden Valley. Yeah, well, it was. I don't know if someone won it twice. I think maybe Missy, but I was waiting so long for that.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, I'm gonna miss Yo-Yo.
Yeah,
you know?
no, good job to all those winners, getting those wins in game number 4 of the game number 3 of the broadcast. No, game number 4. Now we're getting into game number 5, which is a hump game on a hump day.
On a Thanksgiving Eve day.
Yeah, exactly. So it's triple extra lucky.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying. It's the 3 camel single hump game.
Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
awesome.
No, we're riding on the backs of 3 camels today, and so we're extra lucky. We're having a lot of fun, and we're going to be trying to give out over $600 on this jackpot right here as we continue going through these national days.
Yeah, I mean that gets me. Just you even saying that gets me into the Christmas season. I feel like I'm like one of those wise men riding the camel over, to the manger scene. So, anyways, well, Merry Christmas. We got National Jukebox Day.
Oh, Jukebox Hero.
Singing, all right, the name jukebox is thought to originate from places like juke houses or juke joints.
Wow.
In the early 1900s, people congregated at these establishments to drink and listen to music. In 1889, Louis Glass and his partner William S. Arnold invented the first coin-operated player in San Francisco. They were both managers of the Pacific Phonograph Company, formerly known as the Nickel in the Slot Machine.
Okay.
The player included a coin operation feature on an Edison phonograph. However, it played a limited selection of songs without any amplification. So, anyways, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's super interesting. Love a good jukebox.
Yeah, I'm old enough to remember, and I think there's still maybe even places out there today that can do that, where they would have like the jukebox like playlist at your booth. And you could actually put in there, and you could select a song, and then it would play,
that's super cool.
So that was kind of fun,
So then you were always like, ooh, I wonder what song I want to be able to pick out tonight. Like,
that's right.
Kind of
I feel like those restaurants made a lot of money too, because you got kids sitting there with their families, and they're like, can I have a nickel? Can I have a quarter? Whatever it does, and put something in there.
Oh yeah, definitely some really good stuff. So if there's a jukebox at the bar you're at today, make sure you maybe throw on your favorite song on that jukebox and rock out.
And nowadays, I know there's one bar in town here where we broadcast, where you can just do it through your Apple Music or whatever, and you can play songs. And so it's like an electronic jukebox. It plays it for the whole bar or whatever, and you're in line to play your song.
Oh yeah,
but you actually do it through your phone. Which is kind of fun.
Hey, that's a lot of fun. But we had a lot of fun this season watching our Twins play, as the season necessarily didn't end exactly the way we wanted it to. But we're hoping for a really good offseason that can bring our Twins season around for the 2022 season. But Pilot Games has teamed up with the Minnesota Twins to play. Play Twins Win today wherever Pilot Games are played.
Yeah, no, it's a super fun game. You're going to want to do that. And we also play Twins Bingo during the baseball season during this time. The rest of the year we play Vikings Bingo, but that forms
the Twiking Zone. Well, we got JMO over at the Trail Stop Tavern taking home that $7 line prize. Now working on this large M. But let's hop straight into this Twiking Zone. 10th place, it's Kick It over at Bleachers with 142,000 points. 9th place, Joni at VFW North St. Paul with 166,000 points. With 172,000 points in 8th place, we got Loser Dave at VFW Spring Lake Park. 7th place, it's Putz at Lucky's Tavern, the last player outside the 200,000 point club with 174,000 points. Now getting into that 200,000 point club in 6th place. We got Scrub Eye at American Legion Fridley with 213,000 points. Formerly was in 5th place and was tied up with the number 5 player, Elsa at Titan Sports Saloon. Elsa able to get a few points and bump Scrub Eye back now with 215,000 points. But with 217,000 points, Elsa's right on this player's tail. In 4th place, it's Nan at Corky's Bar, South Haven. 3rd place, playing at American Legion Fridley with 251,000 points, we got SNS. 2nd place, it's Lucky Tim at American Legion Jacoby with 261,000 points. But then that number 1 player in the 300,000 point club, it's not Lucky at Corner Bar and Goodhue with a total of 334,000 points.
Amazing stuff there in the location side. In 10th place, we got Hog's Breath Bar and Restaurant in Little Canada with 224,000 points. But
we got JMO over at the Trail Stop Tavern in Egan taking home that $7 large M.
Trying to get that hat trick and a jackpot here, but the Gobbler is trying to steal that holiday spirit.
Bum, bum, bum.
Gobbler's like my new favorite player today. So, yeah, in 9th place, we got Vinegar Sports Hub in La Crescent with 248,000 points, with 269,000 points. Over in Oakdale, it's the reigning champions, Titan Sports Saloon in 8th place. In 7th place, you got Lakefront Bar in La Center with 281,000 points. We're going to jump out of the 200,000 point club into the 300,000 point club, but first,
the Gobbler over at Beck's Pub in Becker taking home that $11 must-go prize. Good job, Gobbler.
Gobbler only 5 balls away from trying to get that jackpot. What dastardly things would he do with all that
money? The world does not want to know. Yeah,
no, congratulations.
Yeah, hop
Gobbler.
into that 300,000 point club, though.
Yeah, with 342,000 points over in South Haven, it's Corky's Bar in 6th place. In 5th place, we got Carbone's Pizzeria and Pub in Oak Park Heights with 354,000 points. With 359,000 points over in Fridley, it's the American Legion in 4th place. 3rd place, Maple View Lounge with 393,000 points. With 569,000 points. That's right, we skipped the 400,000. We went right into the 500,000 over in Spring Lake Park. VFW is in 2nd place. In 1st place, we got Corner Barn Goodhue, 596,000 points.
Oh, yeah, well, a little bit of Cash Mountain action is what we're playing at the back end of this, behind us in this
I dance
broadcast.
as long as I don't look at the scary screen.
I know, with the abominable snowman and all the
Yes.
craziness.
Yes.
Yes, Cash Mountain, it's a great game. Go and check out the E-Tab game. It's a lot of fun. Head over to the Cash Mountain and try and win those great prizes.
Yeah, climb a mountain of cash. Yep, that's a super great one. But we got 50 different charitable E-Tab games that you can try out and love. You can win up to $1,500. It's small bets of 50 cents to $5, 85% payouts, awesome bonus, and free play rounds. You don't want to miss all those E-Tabs.
You definitely don't, but you also don't want to miss out on earning those points at PGL. Not at PGL.world. That's where you can sign up to earn PGL points. But if you're a player playing those PGL points, you're not earning those unless you are signed up at PGL.world to become a member of our league. PGL players, they compete for points and have access to insider information, including a monthly newsletter that has so much great information in it. Sign up at PGL.world today.
Well, we got some player PGL members, new signups that we want to talk about. New members of the family, KLCDPM, Havens Cave, Coderd 12, Twinkle Toes 2, Megs Mike, Buck with an E, Crazy Kid with a Crazy K, Carefree JP Phone, and Tim and Carrie with a K as well.
Oh, well, even more spice to the spicy names of this of these players that just got recently signed up at PGL.world. And those players can now use that sign up to sign into the Player Connect app and select their e-tip boards on the sports link. On that sports link, the e-tip boards will flash up as soon as you select that button, and you'll be able to choose 5 squares for the Vikings versus the 49ers games. All you got to do is select those squares before that game Sunday, November 28th. Points are awarded for the first, second, third, and fourth quarter, not overtime, but you can play for free in the Player Connect app and earn PGL points for Season X if you win. All you got to do is launch that app and select Sports Link.
That is true. You can do it just like some of our we had a couple of winners this last week, top-notch players in Dark Horse. Of course, Dark Horse and Lou Bear, I think, are the two most consistent winners.
Oh, yeah, always getting those wins. But we had a newcomer to these E-Tip board winners, and it's actually our producer for this broadcast. So easy time for us to be able to shout out our producer, Jordana, who is keeping us on the straight and narrow, making sure we don't get too wild on the broadcast.
I feel like she's actually trying to send us into the wild area.
You think so?
Yeah, I feel like she's pushing us over the edge right now.
Yeah, that's probably. I mean, you look at the look she's giving us right now into the studio.
Yeah, she's totally in anarchy mode.
Yeah, it's heading to Thanksgiving weekend. She's ready to party.
She's ready to tie one on, as they say on this day.
Celebrate the national day. I mean, that's all it is. Well, we got Verl and Mary Mayren and GMO all splitting that line prize of $9, now working on the large M. But yeah, Jordana able to take home 3,500 PGL points on that E-Tip boards. But we got players that have been accumulating PGL points all season long. Have been doing it in dramatic fashion.
I'll tell you what, last night was a crazy one. Getting kicked out of our top 10. Been in there, it seems like all season long. Gramps over at Gino's Bar and Grill. And our number 8th place player, getting kicked all the way back to 10th place, Fishy24 over at Sherry Sports Saloon, 991,000 points now. But with 993,000 points, haven't seen him in our top 10 in a while. Good to see him back. Always one of our favorite players. Bad Flop Bob over at American Legion, Fridley from outside the rankings all the way into 9th place. But last player outside of the 1 million point club, because a newcomer to the 1 million point club in 8th place, moving up from 9th place, is Drumsky over at Medler's Bar and Restaurant. New location for Drumsky to be playing. Usually playing over at the Underground Bar and Grill, but getting it done over at Medler's Bar and Restaurant with 1,034,000 points. With 1,214,000 points over at VFW Roseville, it's Nixon in 7th place. That Nixon fell back a spot because Sloppy jumped over Nixon into that 6th place spot over at Malone's Bar and Grill with 1,225,000 points. Super tight there. With 1,442,000 points at the Underground Bar and Grill, it's Razin Brizo in 5th place. Actually, one of our only 2 players to stay in their spot. They were coming into last night.
Before we continue on with that top 5, we got Grant over at VFW Austin taking home that $9 large M, and we've already moved on to a $14 must-go coverall on this game.
Falling back another spot. Was always in 1st or 2nd almost all season long. Then made a little move back to 3rd spot. Now back to 4th spot before I get into too much of that.
JMO over at Trail Stop Tavern in Eagan taking home that $14 must-go coverall prize.
Well, I won't waste your time any longer. In 4th place, we got SpongeBob over at Eagle St. James. 1,490,000. With 1,494,000 over at the VFW Austin. Forget UD slipping back a spot as well.
Yeah, had been a big riser the last few weeks, but got passed up by an even bigger riser.
Yeah, I can't believe I'm saying this, but all the way from 4th space into 2nd place, it's T-Mac 750 over at La Playette with 1,540,000 points.
Oh, yeah, and I'm pretty sure T-Mac 750 has went in the last 2 weeks from 8th place all the way to 2nd place.
It's a meteoric rise, that is for sure.
Well, keep on that track, T-Mac 750, and keep on winning those PGL points. We may be seeing you competing out for that 1st place spot with Devoided in no time.
Yeah,
I gave it away.
Hey, spoiler alert. In 1st place, Devoided over at the roadside with 1,847,000.
Yeah, he definitely has a little bit to catch up to Devoided, T-Mac 750. But, I mean, with the kind of points he's been accumulating over these last few PGL games, they've been able to, it is not out of the realm of possibility for T-Mac.
No. Put your trucker hat on and get out there to the bar and get her done.
Oh, yeah. Well, didn't Tracy McGrady score like 18 points in like 30 seconds or something like that?
Oh, that may be.
He's one of those players. I know I don't know the exact time he did it in, but he did like the Reggie Miller 7 seconds hitting 3 threes in a row kind of thing.
He's definitely one of those players that I remember when he was in his prime, and he just was must-see TV anytime he was healthy.
Well, people literally talk about how he's a 2-inch taller Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, just amazing. Actually, in our This Day in History, we're going to talk about another basketball freakazoid. But, Tracy McGrady just, Yeah, absolutely crazy.
Yeah, let's hop into these location standings as there was a lot of shakeups in these standings as well. 10th place, it's Danny's Dugout Sauk Rapids, 3,586,000 points. 9th place, Underground Bar and Grill in Mankato with 3,942,000 points. Now we're hopping into that 4 million point club. In 8th place, we got the Root River Saloon 2 in Lanesboro with 4,089,000 points. With 4,186,000 points in 7th place, we got Howie's Sports Bar and Grill in St. Cloud. Now here's where the shakeups get started. 6th place, it's Beck's Pub and Becker with 4,480,000 points. Beck's Pub formerly in 5th place. Moving up to 5th place from 6th place, we got Neeson's Gaylord with 4,488,000 points. Getting bumped back a spot from 3rd place. Now in 4th place, it's Cabin Bar and Nicolette with 4,825,000 points. I did not see that happening as Moose Lodge Wait Park in St. Cloud was able to take over that 3rd place spot. Now has 4,862,000 points. Still a super tight race between both of those really close races in 4th and 3rd and in 6th and 5th. But in 2nd and 1st place, we're in the 5 million point club. It's VFW Northfield in 2nd place with 5,263,000 points. And then that number 1 location with 5,452,000 points located there in Effie. It's the Neighborhood Tavern.
Crushing it like our Wild have been doing this season, but they're going to get another shot. They kind of took a couple of Florida teams' hockey sticks to the chin.
Yeah.
But got a loss and a tie out of it, but now we're taking on those Devils tonight at 5 p.m.
Oh yeah, and even the loss was a super close game as well.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was as much as they were losses, they were learning losses. It's about these young players starting to learn how to play in those tight games, and I think having those tight games early on in the season it's the best time to learn those lessons.
Absolutely, no, I agree. We got May Wren over at Billy's and Anita Alibi, Billy's Rockford, and then Anita Alibi over there at Mers Cedar Chest.
Yeah, good job to both those winners as we're working on this large M. But if you want to support our Minnesota Wild, play the E-Tab game, Let's Go Wild, at all of your favorite Minnesota bars today.
Yeah, well, let's jump right in that fishing report on the Rainy River. This report is from the Outdoors Weekly, November 23rd.
Okay.
So, yeah, very recent. The Rainy River is ice covered with pockets of open water with the current in the river throughout the year. Knowing when, where, and where not to travel on the ice is a must. Typically later in December, a snowmobile trail will be staked from Baudette to Wheeler's Point, offering travel on the river. Mother Nature dictating, of course, when it's open, stay on the trail for safety.
Well, I even saw in yesterday's fishing report that they were actually submerging some ice and then flooding it over top so then it can thicken up that ice even quicker. Yeah. So they're trying to get that ready for you guys as quickly as possible so then we can start doing these fishing reports on some ice fishing.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Yeah, I'm very, very much excited, but I always get very excited when you guys send in player picks.
Oh, yeah.
So make sure you're sending in those player picks, whether you're winning a jackpot, holding that lovely jackpot message up to your face, or you're just having fun with your friends or your favorite bartenders. We love player picks, and so you could share those by messaging them on the Messenger app in Facebook or by emailing them to jackpots@pilotgames.com. You can also post it on any of your social medias and just put hashtag PilotGames. We'll be able to see those now as well and be able to put those on our rolling screen.
We got Sammy over at the Eagles Rochester getting that large M of $10. Working on this must go of $15 here in a game number 7. Lucky game number 7 getting done here, and then we'll start getting enrolled in game number 8. We got JMO over Trails Stop Tavern in Egan getting that must go out, and so we'll start getting in that enrolling process for game number 8.
Oh, yeah. Well, we talked about it yesterday. Jefferson right now has 11 career 100-yard games. You made the prediction of that he's going to have 13 on the season, I think it was yesterday.
Was it 13?
I think it was 13. Well, the record is 15.
Okay.
So Ben made the prediction that he was going to hit 15 on the season, tie the record. I made the prediction that he's only going to have one game under 100 yards for the rest of the season, and that he's going to end the season with 1,700-yard games.
Yeah.
And so
yeah,
I made a pretty hot take saying that he's going to have 1,700-yard games, only one game under 100 yards. But there's my prediction. He seems hot. He seems like the player that can't be stopped right now. Yep. And it seems like also that Kirk Cousins has found his target that he likes to take the risk down deep with.
When a quarterback has a go-to guy that's like a warm blanket on a cold winter night, then things get done.
Do I tell you who Justin Jefferson reminds me of, actually, in a really weird way, because they look very different in how they do it, but it's actually a very similar way, is Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown wasn't necessarily the fastest wide receiver, but he always was a deep threat for some reason. Justin Jefferson, not one of the fastest wide receivers out there, especially in the way he looks when he's playing kind of thing, but he still is one of the best deep threats in the entire NFL.
Yep.
Great route runner, just like Antonio Brown was in his prime with the Steelers. I think Kirk Cousins can do a lot of what Big Ben did during that time of distributing the ball to Antonio Brown. And I think, watch Antonio Brown. He was the #1 wide receiver in the NFL for, 3 years during that time. I think Justin Jefferson has that same kind of capability.
Yeah, no, obviously he's doing it at a pace that's equal to the greatest that have ever done it. So
Yes.
We'll see if he can keep on that longevity.
Yeah, I think outside of injuries, Odell Beckham would have been one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. I think he just got injured a little too much.
Yeah, and I'm not sure all what's happened with OBJ. Just a lot of things in that that has just created some.
He was
we'll
also
just see.
he was also one of
Injuries
those
always a big
guys
thing.
where just had that really elite quick twitch, first 2 steps kind of guy, and it felt like with those injuries he lost it a little bit, and not necessarily that there as much. And so that's the record we're trying to beat with 15 to 100-yard games.
Well, there you go. Well, the Vikings ETAB game that we partnered up with them for is Vikings Victory. You pick a letter in the Skull bonus, you win big prizes. It's awesome. If you haven't played it yet, make sure you check it out. Got just 30 seconds, a little under 30 seconds now to get enrolled in this game number 8 of the broadcast. But at happy hour each day, we play Jackpot Hunter, and those winners go into a standings.
Yes, exactly. And it's craziness in these Jackpot Hunter standings, because in 9th place, we start off with a 3-way tie. It's Bobo at Corner Bar and Goodhue, Player at Broadway Pizza Maple Grove, and Joni at Bleachers, all with 20,000 points. But with 21,000 points, there's another 3-way tie in 6th place. It's Pee-wee at TJ's On and Off Sale, Lula Finn at American Legion Shakopee, and Jim Rocks at American Legion Stillwater. In 5th place, in the 25,000 point club, we got Curtis J at Finlayson Municipal Bar with 26,000 points. Now with 27,000 points. In 4th place, a big-time player, it's Wolfstein at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards. 3rd place, it's one away at American Legion Rice with 30,000 points. Only 1,000 points away from Bowl at Corner Bar and Goodhue is 31,000 points in 2nd place. But that #1 player closing in on the 50,000 point club is Yags 370 at the Riverboat Depot with 47,000 points.
Awesome stuff. Well, falling out of our top 10 is Heidi's Bar in Sedan, but in 10th place by themselves now it's Titan Sports Saloon in Oakdale with 37,000 points.
We got Marker over at Babes in Lakeville taking home that $8 line prize.
I love that when Edelman was on with the Manning brothers on the Monday Night Football, and he was imitating Gronk and Brady talking to each other.
Yes.
And they were talking, and he always had them calling each other babe. And they were like, is that like a thing? And he's like, oh yeah, Tom Brady calls everybody babe, and all that.
Doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, no. In 9th place, we got Neeson's Gaylord with 38,000 points with 41,000 points. Over in Akeley, it's Municipal Liquor Store in 8th place. 7th place, it's Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards in Coon Rapids. That's right, that's the Season 8 champions. They got 46,000 points. Now we jump into the 50,000 point club with 51,000 points. Over in Shakopee, it's American Legion in 6th place. 5th place, you got American Legion Rice with 65,000 points. With 67,000 points, it's our reigning champions. Over in Sartell, it's the Riverboat Depot in 4th place. 3rd place, it's Patty's Cafe in Coon Rapids with 68,000 points. With 70,000 points over in Goodhue, it's Corner Bar in 2nd place. Then we jump out of the 50,000 point club into the 75,000 points club. We've got one member with it's our #1 location, Country Lounge in St. Paul, with exactly 75,000 points.
Oh yeah, and we had actually Jordy check in and tell us the Tracy McGrady statistic.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Did 13 points in 35 seconds.
Yes.
That's insane.
A lot of like what T-Max 750 was able to do on this last Tuesday. But we got Missy over and Marker splitting that large M of $8. Missy at Carboni's Pizzeria and Pub, Oak Park Heights, and Marker at Babes in Lakeville. But we got some celebrity birthdays to go over. To start us off, born in 1784, one of the more tragic president stories, Zach Taylor, 12th U.S. president. He died in office and got sick eating cherries and milk.
Yeah, I mean, how do you die getting sick eating cherries and milk? I don't know. There's more to that story. I just don't know what it is. $12 going out to Tomas over at Harbor Bar and Restaurant in Stillwater. Congratulations, Tomas.
Oh, yeah, and now we're getting rolled into game number 9, one of our final 2 games of the broadcast. So get enrolled, press play as we continue to try and give out this jackpot.
Then born in 1888, Dale Carnegie, inspirational author, wrote How to Win Friends and Influence People.
Oh, huge.
And he's a great lecturer as well. Yeah.
I've heard of that book so many times.
Oh, I've read it many times.
Yeah, I should probably read it.
It's a good read,
yeah,
for sure.
It definitely should probably give it a glance at least. Born in 1925, we got William F. Buckley Jr., author and commentator, did the National Review and Firing Line.
Yeah, very famous guy. But it seems like this day is filled with basketball players, and what was the other thing I remember? Anyways, I'll go into this. Great basketball players. We'll start it off in 1938. Oscar Robertson, the Big O as he was known. He's a Hall of Fame NBA guard. He won an Olympic gold. Just a great player.
The triple-double didn't exist before him, kind of thing. Like he started like how Steph Curry started shooting the three-point at a high amount. Oscar Robertson, he started the big craze of the why am I blanking on what I just said it 2 seconds ago?
Oh, just the triple-double.
Yeah, the triple-double. Now you see it's obsessed with.
Yeah. Born
in 1940, we got an NFL commissioner, and I don't want to mess up his name, so I'm going to have you say it.
Paul Tagliabue. Paul Tagliabue was one of those iconic commissioners that just kind of helped lead the NFL into what we know it is as it is today.
Wow, that's super cool stuff. Well, we got a Beatles as the next one, and you always know it's a big name when it's the Beatles. Born in 1941, it's Pete Best, the drummer of the Beatles.
Yeah, so he was the drummer before Ringo Starr became the drummer of the Beatles. So he was the guy that decided not to come to America to stay in Britain. And so Ringo Starr came and was the drummer, and that's all we know as the drummer of the Beatles now. Yeah.
That's incredible. Well, hope that the career worked out for Pete Best.
Yeah, I would think he still got royalties from those early songs. And all that.
Got it. Yeah. I mean, they were still so popular.
Yeah, for sure. Then speaking of popular, huge around our area here, one of the most legendary Pistons players of all times, born in 1943, Dave Bing, of course, Hall of Fame NBA point guard, 7-time All-Star.
Wow.
But then became, I think he was the mayor of Detroit for a while.
Oh, didn't know that. Born in 1947, we got Dwight Schultz, actor, did A-Team, was Murdoch, did Star Trek The Next Generation, and was Barclay.
Yeah, when you're Murdoch on the A-Team, then you're a legend.
Oh, instantly. And
then this tugs at the heartstrings. In 1968, born was Todd Beamer. He was the passenger and hero of United Airlines Flight 93. You know, he was the one that fought the attackers and got the flight to go down.
Oh, my gosh. Amazing. Just a crazy story. Happy birthday, Todd. I mean, just a American hero.
Yeah, for sure.
Born in 1978. We got Katherine Heigl,
I think so, yeah.
Actress in Grey's Anatomy.
You know, what's funny is when I saw her picture when I'm doing the celebrity birthday stuff, I don't know Grey's Anatomy. We had the other day the birthday of, like, Grey, right?
Yeah, Meredith Grey.
Meredith Grey. And I didn't even know who any of that was. But this, when I saw her picture, I was like, she does a lot of other things because I definitely recognized her.
Yeah, let's see if I can. I definitely will recognize her as soon as I have. I've watched enough Grey's Anatomy to be able to know it. Oh, yeah, very, very popular actress that's been in. I definitely remember
ton of stuff, yeah.
The Ugly Truth, lots of big time stuff. She was in a movie with Seth Rogen as well, and anything that's with Seth Rogen's gonna give you a good laugh.
Yeah, he's a pretty funny guy. So, well, we talked about it earlier on the broadcast. Our Timberwolves are on a hot streak right now, 3 or 4 in a row. 5 of the last 6 they've won, and they're taking on the Heat tonight at 7.
Oh yeah, and they definitely take that whole efficiency scoring thing to another level. With I don't see them ever take mid-range shots.
No.
They are a dunk it or 3-point team, and it's a lot of fun to watch.
VFW law over at VFW Spring Lake par. Congratulations on that $9 line. And we're working on this $9 large M.
Oh, yeah, but we're going to be watching tonight as the Timberwolves take on the Heat at 7 p.m. right as you come on air for that Wild Wednesday.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun one. That is for sure. Let's hop into those player standings on the Twiking Zone. We'll do the top 5 here on this one. In 5th place, we got Elsa at Titan Sports Saloon. Over at Corky's Bar South Haven, it's Nan in 4th place. In 3rd place, SNS at American Legion Fridley. Then over American Legion Shakopee, it's Lucky Tim in 2nd place. And then our number 1 player is Not Lucky at Corner Bar Goodhue.
Yeah, good job. Not Lucky being in that 300,000 point club. But we start off in the 300,000 point club with the 5th place location being Carboni's Pizzeria and Pub Oak Park Heights. 4th place, American Legion Fridley. 3rd place, Mapleview Lounge 2. Then we're going to skip over the 400,000 point club into the 500,000 point club because in 2nd place, we got VFW Spring Lake Park. But then that number 1 location who is actually closing in on the 600,000 point club, it's Corner Bar in Goodhue.
It's the Gobbler. Over at Beck's Pub in Becker, getting that $9 large M. You giving out a jackpot? Not this time. $13 on this must go cover all.
Okay, so the hardest to pronounce Minnesota names before we go over the one, we got a big-time player that just won a jackpot yesterday.
Yeah, big jackpot yesterday for sure. It's Sin Bob over at Corky's Bar South Haven.
3 balls away from taking home another one. Wow. Hey, Sinbob, getting rolled on the final game of this broadcast. Let's see if you can get a little bit more lucky and get into that 52 ball range. Definitely a big-time player. Well, hardest to pronounce Minnesota name. I'm going to guess Ellie. It's spelled E-L-Y.
Yeah, that's how I would guess it too. And that is the common mispronunciation is L-E. Actually, the pronunciation is Ely.
Okay, Ely.
Yeah, Ely.
Okay, so interesting stuff. Definitely one of the tougher names to pronounce because I would have never guessed that the single E at the front of it would be pronounced actually E.
Yeah, Ely. That's not how I would guess it. Yeah, I mean, who knew 3 letters could trip people up so hard?
Oh, yeah, I definitely would trip me up as well. But let's hop into these top 5 Jackpot Hunter standings, as there's just so much shakeups that can happen in these Jackpot Hunter standings.
Absolutely. In 5th place, you got Curtis J. over at Finley Sun Municipal Bar. We're already in the 25,000 point club. Over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards, it's Wolfstein. In 4th place, in 3rd place, it's One Away at American Legion Rice. At Corner Bar Goodhue, it's Bowl in 2nd place. And our number 1 player in the state of Minnesota is Yags 370 at the Riverboat Depot.
He's actually closing in on the 50,000 point club. Some really big time stuff. But every single location in our top 5 is in the 50,000 point club. In 5th place, we got American Legion Rice with 65,000 points. 4th place, Riverboat Depot and Sartell. In 3rd place, we got Pappy's Cafe 2 in Coon Rapids. 2nd place, it's Corner Bar in Goodhue, closing in on the 75,000 point club. But the only location in that 75,000 point club is Country Lounge in St. Paul, and they're that number 1 location.
Yeah, crushing it for sure. Well, we got a fun this day in history. On November 24th, 1960, Philadelphia Warrior Wilt Chamberlain snags 55 rebounds in a game against the Boston Celtics and sets the NBA record for the most rebounds in a single game.
That's against Bill Russell.
Yeah.
That is impressive.
55 rebounds.
That is, I mean, hat off to ya. I mean, that is impressive. The 7'1" Chamberlain, often called Wilt the Stilt, a nickname he detested, or the Big Dipper, because he was so tall and he had to dip his head to get through the doorways. Was sports writers and fans agreed one of the best offensive basketball players of his era, and I think one of the best offensive basketball players of ever.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I think probably if you just take it from his era, the amount of offensive dominance that he had in his era, there's been no other player ever to have that kind of offensive dominance.
Yeah, I feel like him for basketball and Jim Brown for football.
Yes,
right?
You'll never be able to replicate it.
Yeah.
Because you'll never have a guy that is that freaky above the competition because training methods are so advanced. Everyone's getting very similar stuff. It's not as based on genetics as it was then.
Yeah.
And so you're not going to get like Ben Simmons would be the freakazoid of this time if it wasn't for the training that it's able to do. I mean, he's 6'8" and runs like a 4.40 and can dribble the basketball.
Yeah.
Like and now he's like a guy that you're like, I don't know how good he is at the end NBA. Like,
Right.
And so that's how crazy the NBA has gotten in the last few years. And he was just, I mean, one of those guys that I think could still compete in the NBA today.
Yeah, no, amazing. Well, we're in the last game of the broadcast here. $10 line, $10 large M, and a $933 jackpot if we can hit in 52 balls. Trying to give out another jackpot before we go on the holiday.
Oh, yeah, but we got to go over charity spotlight before we go off on the holiday, and it's American Legion Post 357 in Ashby. Their mission statement is to enhance the well-being of American veterans, their families, our military, and our community by our devotion to mutual helpfulness. They're a great charity that's always going out there to help you guys out in the state of Minnesota.
Yeah, we got Jack over at Hunter's Bar in Myrtle getting that $10 line. Means we're working on this large M now. Well, if you want to support the American Legion Post 357 in Ashby, just go over to the American Legion in Ashby. That's how you're going to get that done. And you got some news. You got to make a reservation today.
Okay.
Yeah. So you got to go over there, play some Pilot games to support that great charity. But you also got to make a reservation while you're there because their New Year's Eve dinner is back.
Woo.
Yeah, come join them for a 4-course candlelight dinner on New Year's Eve. You do it right there at Ashby American Legion. It's going to be a great event. They've done a great job in the past, and so but you got to make your reservation now.
Oh yeah, completely a great place to go get that great New Year's Eve dinner. I mean, it sounds like some yummy stuff. But we are now working on this $10 large M and also looking at this $933 coverall as we got Lucky Tim, a bunch of big time players, 3 balls away. We'll see if we can give this one out.
With a 4-course meal, I'm always worried about like which is the right fork, what's the right spoon. But I think it's you just work from the outside in.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's setting up is the harder part.
Okay, listen. I gotta talk to Bubba out there. Listen, because if you're like me, remember, don't put your elbows on the table. But we got a winner.
Tomas over at Harbor Bar and Restaurant taking home that $10 large M, and we just have a few balls to try and give out this jackpot right here, but we got Gobbler, Tomas, and Jack all trying to take it home.
Yeah. Gobbler now up ahead of everybody.
The Gobbler. But we've moved on to a $16 must-go prize. Okay, so do you think the Timberwolves are back?
Timberwolves are back.
I mean, they've been playing some really good basketball lately.
I mean, how do you deny that?
Yeah, now we just got to get a partnership with them.
Right?
Yeah, now we got to get that thing done.
Let's get her done.
I want some Timberwolves games now. Like,
That's
it's got me pumped up.
There we go. I like it. I like it a lot.
But we got Jack over at Hunter's Bar in Myrtle taking home that $16 coverall.
Well, that was a fun broadcast hanging out with you guys for an hour. We had a great time. Just remember that right now we're getting in that 25-cent jackpot Hunter, and later I'll be back with Ben for some happy hour jackpot Hunter $1 edition. But when you play Pilot games, your community wins.
See you guys.
You got Wednesday night at 7 o'clock, and then you got those Vikings game day broadcasts a half hour before kickoff each week.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
Hey guys, well, we have had an amazing Season 10 in Jackpot Hunter. That's our happy hour edition of our $1 card Jackpot Hunter.
Oh yeah, and we've been accumulating a lot of points, and here's where the player standings get started off. In 9th place, we have a 3-way tie between Bobo over at Corner Bar in Goodhue, Player at Broadway Pizza Maple Grove, and Joni at Bleachers. They all have 20,000 Jackpot Hunter points. Then in 6th place, we had into another top-tier three-way tie. It's Pee-wee at TJ's Tavern on and off sale, Lula Finn at American Legion Shakopee, and Jim Rocks at American Legion Stillwater, all with just 21,000 points.
Oh, wow.
So it's just 1,000 points separating those two three-way ties.
That's amazing.
It is super tight-knit in these Jackpot Hunter standings. But as we head into our top 5 players, they are all in that 25,000 point club. It's Curtis J to start us off in 5th place, and he's playing at Finlayson Municipal Bar with 26,000 points. With 27,000 points in 4th place, we got Wolstein at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards. 3rd place, it's One Away at American Legion Rice with 30,000 points. But with just 31,000 points in 2nd place, we got Bull at Corner Bar in Goodhue. But running away with it this season and ran away with it last season in 1st place, we got Yags 370 at the Riverboat Depot with 47,000 points.
Yeah, those players know how to get points, and that helps these locations get points as well. We've got a two-way tie in the locations 10th place spot. That's Heidi's Bar Sedan and Titan Sports Saloon in Oakdale. They both have 36,000 points. With 37,000 points, over in Gaylord, it's Neeson's in 9th place. In 8th place, we got Municipal Liquor Store Akeley. They've got 41,000 points. With 45,000 points, over in Coon Rapids, it's Season 8 champions, Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards, sitting in that 7th place spot. Then we're going to jump into that 50,000 point club. In 6th place, you got American Legion Shakopee with 51,000 points. But with 65,000 points over in Rice, it's American Legion Rice in 5th place. Then in 4th place, we got Riverboat Depot and Sartell. They are the champs as of right now. They got 67,000 points. But they sure have some competition in repeating, because with 68,000 points over in Coon Rapids, it's Pappy's Cafe sitting in 3rd place. In 2nd place is Corner Bar Goodhue with 70,000 points. But we're not done there, because we're going to jump into the 75,000 point club. Exactly. With 75,000 points, it's Corner Bar Goodhue. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's Country Lounge in St. Paul. I was going to give Corner Bar and Goodhue another plug. Doing a great job in 2nd place. Country Lounge in St. Paul, though, have been on top for a while now, and they look like they're really tough to catch. They got 75,000 points. They're our number 1 location.
Well, you may be making a prediction for the week and saying that Corner Bar and Goodhue, but they are really close to that 75,000 point club, and so it is a race between them and Country Lounge. So I can't wait to see what happens in this week of Season X, and we're having a lot of fun. So make sure you guys are coming out from 4 to 6 every single day so that you can have a chance at winning some great prizes and some Jackpot Hunter points. There it is, 53 balls. Hey guys, and we love giving out jackpots. We love having you guys get some really, really big wins. But we also love that when you guys play Pilot games, you guys are given to your community.
Yeah, for sure. And we have so many great charities out there in the community doing good work right where you guys are at, like Great Eagle Bertram Lions. The Lions meet the needs of their local communities and the world every day because they share a core belief to serve their community.
Oh yeah, definitely a great core belief. But they were founded in 1917. They're best known for fighting blindness, but they also volunteer for many different kinds of community projects, including caring for the environment, feeding the hungry, aiding seniors and the disabled. I mean, just doing a lot of really great stuff. So head over to Double R Bar and Grill to support this great charity.
Yeah, they have nightly specials from 5 to 9, various different foods, always great deals, and then you can play some Pilot games and support those Great Eagles Bertram Lions.
Well, like we say at the end of every single broadcast, when you play Pilot games, your community wins.
We're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
Saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous days!